How y'all doing? Ain't no stopping us now. Ain't no stopping us now.
Meets Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of a small village in Illinois called Dalton. She also happens to be the supervisor of Thornton Township, which is
the largest in the state of Illinois.
From failing to provide basic financial disclosures for a cancer charity to passing an ordinance that results in a nearly 90% pay cut in her salary, if and only if she's not reelected, you may be wondering how this lady even ended up in office. Tiffany Henyard has lived in Dalton her whole life. After graduating Thornton High School with honors, she then went on to study business administration at the college level, achieving summa cum laude at Robert Morris University. Overall, pretty good student. In 2009, she put her business degree to use by opening her very first fast food joint, Good Burger, located in Calumet City, Illinois. Henyard had already had some operations experience with having owned her own business in high school, but that was nothing compared to her new pride and joy. Well, not that much of a pride and joy because Good Burger is currently 33 months behind on rent, with one of the attempted payments resulting in a bounced check, not in good standing with the Secretary of State, and in trouble for gross unsanitary conditions. Skip forward a couple of years and we see the beginning of Henyard's political career as a village trustee. Yes, the irony's not lost on me, where she served for 8 years in public service and local governance. But at this point, 37-year-old mom of one wanted something bigger. It was time to run for mayor. Growing up in the town gave her a deep understanding of the problems and needs of the community. As quoted from an interview with ABC 7 Chicago,
"I grew up with safe streets and I did not have any problems. It was a suburb. I want to bring that back to Dalton."
whether those goals were successful or not is kind of controversial. In a series of events that unfolded during Henyard's mayoral campaign, she faced criticism for what some claim to be a questionable mixing of township and village funds. As part of a campaign stunt, she offered to pay for residents' gasoline, accompanied by a food truck, aiming to drum up support for her mayoral bid in Dalton. As residents flocked to take advantage of the giveaway at the local Dalton Food for Less gas station, concerns emerged about potential legal ramifications surrounding the mingling of funds for a campaign event. And I don't know, this sounds like pretty effing illegal. Reminds me of this cute little thing called, bribery. Nevertheless, on April 6, 2021, her dreams finally came to fruition. She crushed the polls, winning over a colossal 82% of voters, compared to competitor Ronnie Burgess's 18%. This not only made her the first female mayor of Dalton, but also the youngest. Oh yeah, and it only went downhill from here. The average city mayor in Los Angeles makes $117,578, 31% above the national average of a city mayor, being $89,811. The average annual salary of a township supervisor is estimated to be around $63,435 per year. Guess how much Miss Henyard makes? $224,000 a year. And, just an important little tidbit, Dalton only has around 20,000 residents, 19.6% of which live below the poverty line. This very modest salary was also something she had to settle for after originally demanding $300,000. Girl also took the village's $2 million surplus left by the previous mayor down to a staggering $7 million debt for poor Dalton. The $224,000 a year salary, I'm sure, has nothing to do with these abysmal financial reports. In a strategic move that has since been labeled as politically rotten and self-serving by critics, Henyard successfully pushed through a motion in Thornton Town Board. This measure, if she was to lose her bid for re-election, would significantly slash the salary of her potential successor from the current $224,000 to a mere $25,000. Yeah, you heard that right. $25,000. Is that even minimum wage? I'm not sure, but dang, that's tough. The editorial board for the Chicago Sun-Times and fellow board of trustees didn't mince their words, denouncing this move as an abuse of tax dollars and the law to deter political rivals. Civil attorney Bert Aldelson, representing Henyard's political opponents, went a step further, branding the 200 IQ strat as illegal in so many ways. Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez found himself handed a 7-page proposed ordinance just as the board meeting in December of 2023 was about to be kicked off. The ordinance demanded an immediate vote, leaving little time for thorough consideration. This unique strategy to discourage potential competitors from running against Henyard adds another layer of what the absolute hell, prompting me to question how Henyard seems to get away with BS like this every single time. But that's not the only thing she's done to discourage detractors. Lawrence Gardner, a truck yard owner in Dalton, alleged persistent harassment from township officials, asserting that his trucking company was destroyed and forcibly shut down due to not supporting Mayor Henyard's campaign efforts. While Gardner claimed that the village unjustly revoked his business license, official records suggest that he was shut down because of illegal parties. Another case involves Stephanie Wiedemann, who said the mayor objected to a car show on Parr District property, leading to its shutdown. According to the car show organizer, Henyard dispatched police officers and village employees to relocate the event to one of her township gatherings, creating the appearance of higher attendance, which, sure, do what makes you feel better. Additionally, a chain of gaming parlors, Lacey's Place, took legal action against the village and Mayor Henyard, accusing them of obstructing their liquor license renewal in Dalton because they didn't donate to Mayor Henyard's campaign fund. The complaint alleged a selective enforcement tactic, using a tax audit as a pretext against those who didn't support financially. It's essential to note that despite a recall vote in 2022 initiated by the mayor's opponents on the board, where 52% of voters also supported the motion where they wanted to throw her out of office, an appellate court overturned the results, citing improper drafting of referendum results by the village of Dalton. But anyway, as someone who's in the top 10% of earners in the United States, girls gotta enjoy your money, right?
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
One can't help but notice Mayor Henyard's flair for style. Her public appearances are meticulously curated, often showcasing tasteful, expensive outfits, complemented by the expertise of a professional hair and makeup team. Social media gives us an even better glimpse into her world. Chauffeur-driven SUVs, jewelry-adorned dogs, and an undeniable penchant for the finer things in life. However, questions linger. How is this lavish life funded? The self-proclaimed supermayor, who's also regularly featured on Brandon K. Momon's Instagram account, has faced scrutiny, dismissing trustees and the general public who are critical of her behavior as mere haters. Dollar store Leslie Knope is unequivocally charismatic. From being a DJ to board meetings to using billboards as a promotional tool, she certainly knows how to make an impact. But as with any charismatic figure, controversy follows. Tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on entertainment and comfort, including first-class flights, lavish expenditures, and a $50,000 Christmas tree rental, have become points of contention. Among the controversies lies a trip to Las Vegas, seemingly for a conference, with a staggering $3,000 first-class airfare and hundreds of dollars racked up at expensive restaurants. During her time in Sin City, Henyard's expense reports reveal expenditures exceeding $8,400 in hotel room charges, a restaurant bill of $587 at Ruth Chris's Steakhouse and an additional almost $400 at Hot and Juicy Crawfish. And in another concerning turn of events, Mayor Henyard came again under scrutiny for allocating tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars towards the creation of self-promoting billboards that prominently display her name and face. This controversial use of public funds, including a billboard with a misspelling of the town she literally governs, only raised further questions about the financial responsibility and priorities within her leadership. More on those billboards later. Along with splurging thousands of dollars on an unimproved, not one, but 2 ice skating rinks in the village, the mayor ordered a Christmas tree from Rent a Christmas in New Rochelle, New York for $50,285.19 for the Dalton Tree lighting ceremony. And this is how she addressed attendees.
I thought that it was very important to make sure that our kids, our babies, our residents of Dalton had experience such as a Christmas lighting in the village of Dalton. But y'all know, leave it up to me. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all what y'all need, what y'all deserve, and the things that you see in other communities.
It is 1,000,000% worth noting that the board didn't say no to having a Christmas tree lighting, but allowing this administration to spend taxpayers' money this irresponsibly. Here are a few other examples of what she uses the town credit card for. Credits to Black Parks and Rec on TikTok.
The following items on page 2, Aurelio's Pizza, $131.63. Page 2, Best Western Plus, $318.14. Page 2, Chicago Midway Airport, $200. Page 3, Cooper's Hawk Winery, $557.68. Page 3, Dollar Tree, $145.32. Page 3, Food for Less, $107.99. Page 6, Irie Jerk Hut, $1,356.22. Page 6, Italian Fiesta, $113.59. Page 6, JJ Fish and Chicken, $68. Page 7, Johnny T's Bistro and Blues, $90.30. Page 7, Kirk's Barbecue, $676. Page 8, Potbelly Sandwich Shop, $126.57. Page 8, Ruby Soul Food, $674. Page 9, Sophia Tamales and Corn, $2,400 even.
Sure, this mayor might be a little bit of a diva. We got a little bit of a lavish spender on her hands. But don't forget, she cares about people, and that means philanthropy is one of her dearest life pursuits. Tiffany over here has a self-named cancer charity called Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. The mayor orchestrated a week-long walk to Springfield, supposedly to promote her charity. However, questions arose as another $10,000 to $20,000, as well as employees and vehicles from both the township and Dalton were deployed for this event, which took place shortly after the township trustees were asked to approve a $10,000 payment to her foundation. A local news agency also discovered charges of $10,248 on township credit cards for hotels during the walk, adding another layer of yikes. Shockingly, the Illinois Attorney General also revealed that the foundation heavily promoted on government platforms as well as all of her social media profiles failed to file necessary financial disclosures. The charity, a 501c3 organization with tax-exempt status, still hasn't filed critical information about its fundraising and expenses with the IRS, which, can't be terribly transparent or legally compliant. Qualities that you kind of expect out of a charity. The Attorney General's office issued a warning back in December demanding overdue financial reports and registration by February 16th under threat of legal action. The original date that those documents were due was actually January 17th. And yet again, I ask how she keeps getting away with this stuff. Astonishingly, the foundation is never registered with the Attorney General's Charitable Trust Bureau, a mandatory step for soliciting donations in the state of Illinois. If you've traversed the expressways of Chicago's I-57 in the past year, Chances are you've encountered the towering billboards featuring the smiling visage of Tiffany, the goat, herself. And just to add that final layer of icing to the cake, the funding for these billboards comes directly from taxpayers' pockets. I too would love to use my hard-earned money to fuel a narcissist's constant and incessant self-promos. But seriously, people in political office are supposed to raise donations for their campaigns from willing supporters, not leverage their position in government to essentially steal public money. These billboards, strategically placed on Interstate 57, showcase Henyard's name alongside promises like fresh produce, senior services, and we offer general assistance. Side note, her name and picture always larger than initiatives that she's hyping up. Open records unveil that Thornton Township spent over $10,000 on the vinyl signs and an additional $12,000 on a month's rental from Clear Channel Outdoor Advertising, a move executed without any consultation with the board. Notably, the misspelling of Thornton as Thornton on the initial billboard required a pretty costly replacement. But like, how the hell are you going to be a mayor of a town and can't even spell check your town's name before putting it on a billboard? Oh, wait, I must have missed this while I was scrolling through the Village of Thornton's Facebook, my new favorite social media account in existence. Aw, it looks like in support of 9/11, she made this Facebook post where she looks absolutely devastated about the Trade Center tragedy. You know, maybe I was wrong about her displaying narcissistic tendencies. Now that Tiffany's got her face and name on billboards and social media posts, she's basically a celebrity. And yeah, girls gotta have security if that's the case. While it's not uncommon for large cities to have city mayors with security intel, Dalton, with its modest population of 20,000, is footing the bill, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars annually for police officers to safeguard their beloved mayor. The use of Dalton police officers in this role has resulted in thousands of hours in overtime, drawing attention to the allocation of resources used by the mayor. Tiffany often brazenly posts security guards in front of her house as well. And get this, she spends $225,000 a year for her security detail composed of police officers. Officers on her detail are expected to work 60 to 80 hours per pay period, some even clocking in 200 hours. One officer, Terry Young, earned a staggering $13,000 after clocking in 303 hours of work over a 2-week period, leaving just 33 hours off the clock. This man's enemy is sleep. All this came at a time when increased police presence was pretty necessary due to rising gun crime. Being one of the mayor's guards extends beyond Dalton local meetings apparently, with instances observed of officers accompanying her to lunch, traveling with her out of state, and swiftly escorting her from reporters inquiring about her use of tax dollars. Trustees reveal that a security detail essentially functions as a full-time accompaniment, picking up the mayor at home in the morning, staying with her throughout the day, and even running errands and shopping on her behalf. And speaking of her employees, Tiffany doesn't always seem to have the best hiring practices. She found herself in international spotlight after hiring and subsequently firing Lavelle Redmond, a registered kid diddler, who had volunteered for a mayoral campaign for the role of a code enforcement officer. This position required Redmond to go door to door to inspect homes and businesses in Dalton, a task that trustees claim was executed without their consent. Redmond, along with 3 other unnamed individuals, have a disturbing criminal history that includes a brutal kidnap and assault of 2 girls ages 13 and 14 back in 1991, leading to 24 years of imprisonment. Despite being on the Illinois State Police Child Offender Registry and having only 5 years out of parole. At the time of hiring, Redmond was entrusted with the job involving constant contact with the public. The former code enforcement officer is currently held on a $10,000 bond for alleged violations of his offender registration as well. Trustees in Dalton demanded an explanation from Mayor Henyard regarding the circumstances and reasons behind hiring Redmond. Here's what she had to say about the situation in an interview with the Daily Mail.
Dalton take the safety of our residents very serious, and we would never put our residents in jeopardy. Know that the incident referred to occurred nearly 30 years ago, and they paid their debt to society. We believe that a person can be rehabilitated, and we believe in second chances.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Well, he's not coming into my home. But to be honest, I don't hate Dalton Super Mayor or anything like that. Sure, she may be heavily flawed. Yeah, no, she's just heavily flawed. But I will say though, if anything else, she's the most entertaining politician I've ever seen. And this is coming from one of the most apolitical people you've ever seen. Take a look at this music video she filmed with Taxes, a tasteful parody to an R. Kelly song.
Woke up this morning, got up out of my bed. I looked around, this is what I said. Sleeping in my grave, but you told it. Get back and behave. Extra, and I can walk. I got my mouth there, and I can still talk. In a pandemic, and I'm safe, y'all.
Looks fun. Also, she has pretty sick disses for the haters on her board of trustees.
Hello? Hello?
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? Look at you. You big man. I'm happy. Leave me alone.
Actually, I'm finding it hard to believe that she gets along with the majority of her colleagues.
Then they running y'all, say y'all this look fictitious story.
Would you like to just do an interview with me?
Every single resident. Pay me what you owe me. Thank you, DJ. I'm putting the record straight so people understand what's going on. And hear the horses now, and not from her or any bitter person or disgruntled employee. You're hearing it strictly from you bitter. That is what's going on here at the time. Now, I'm gonna let Keith elaborate a little more about what is going on so people can understand what's happening. And no, stop writing about me and y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have a dispute with that lady. So I wish people stop lying on my name. And in the foot patrol, we basically had the police go door to door and walk.
Tell them to get it.
Okay, y'all out of order, residents. Okay, we suspend the rules to do what? What are we doing? We're suspending rules to do what? I just need to know. To do what?
One trustee wants to fill out her statement that she didn't fill
To make a statement. Really?
Hey.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all didn't put none on the agenda. There's nothing to talk about. Let me get through my report. Let the residents speak, and then we go home. There's nothing else to talk about. And your election coming up too, Trustee Steves. So be ready, because I'm definitely coming for that seat. Know that.
Last name is Steve, not Steve's. It's Steve. Let's be respectful of each other, please.
Let's move forward with the business. It's an electric warrantless. That means it has been paid. But go ahead for the optics. If y'all want to do that, call the roll, clerk.
Mayor, you asked for discussion, then I tried to speak and you start talking. So can I?
No, I didn't say anything. But if you want to say something,
did.
just ask to be recognized again.
What can I
we gonna run this business the way it's supposed to. Let's be respectable. Follow Robert rules of order. But go ahead, since you got something to say now.
I do have
Go
something
ahead.
to say.
That's my problem. Y'all have to do better, trustee house. You can't want to lead people and can't lead, man. You got to do better. Keep telling you, just because you wear a suit don't make you suitable. Stop. You got to do better than what you're doing right now. And right now, you're doing is keeping up confusion, keeping up mess. You got to grow, man. All right, moving on.
Can I please make a statement?
Yep, make your statement.
4 years ago, we were not in this mess.
And there's Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the most corrupt mayor in America. I'm really excited to see where this goes, and honestly, researching her background had me feeling like I was watching one of the best TV dramas of the century. What would you guys do if she was your mayor? Let me know in the comments. It was a pleasure making this one. Reinvent the ordinary, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye.